EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Pittsburgh Invitational.
And hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We are at Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania. Frank, the site of so many historic moments. Great players have made their mark here. Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, Ernie Els, a long and distinguished list.
Oakmont, if it's not the most difficult golf course in North America, Rich, it's certainly one of the most difficult golf courses. With its 210 bunkers, really personified by the church pews, the hard and slick greens that slope away from the player and the tight fairways. This golf course always requires the utmost precision.
Oh, not what you want here, Frank. Sit down.
This is out of bounds over there.
That one is gone. OB. Third shot now after having gone OB. Oh, come on. That's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350-plus yards. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
This is a good-looking shot. Respectable shot right there. 20 feet or so from the hole. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Not the best start, 2 over par. Settles in always with excellent posture over the ball.
He goes after it like he is here. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Oh, my goodness. That is on in one. Wow. What an incredible shot.
Rich, how can you leave an eagle putt short?
Well, you can't. I mean, that's embarrassing.
You can leave a par putt, birdie putt, an eagle putt.
Might want to just shut the game down. Quit playing.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Moving on to the third hole now. Again, it's a par 4 of 428 yards, but you can see the distinctive bunkering on the left, making this, Frank, one of the most famous holes in golf.
It is. The church pews that adorn the left side, they're no fun to be in, that's for sure, because somehow, invariably, you always seem to get behind one of those grass strips behind, and all you're left to do is punch out. Not just that, too, the amount of bunkers on that right side really narrowed that down. Now, this tee shot plays downhill, and then you've got to be ready for that uphill second shot.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Only it's short. Wow. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's how you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. It has not gone all that well early in the round for our featured golfer. What do they need to do, Frank, to turn this thing around?
Well, you can't dwell on what's just happened. There's plenty of holes ahead. Look at the scorecard, par fives to play, things like that. Really pick apart this golf course. There's going to be plenty of opportunities around the corner.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, you always talk about it not compounding the error, but here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. And now the fifth hole, short but challenging par 4, 382 yards, and it obviously rewards precision off the tee, heavily bunkered along the way. That was just a beautiful drive, and hit it solid and right in the middle. Always a little trickier. Club selection is key, playing downhill in this shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
And now to the par 3 sixth here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. 18 feet from the bottom of the cup. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Par attempt here. Misses the putt here. Has to try again and add another stroke to the scorecard. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Putt drops, now at 1 over par. The par 4 seventh, 434 yards.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
Second shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Clean this up with a tap. Well, those will knock the wind out of your sails. Double bogey. The par 3 8th. This is where Angel Cabrera, Sunday at the U.S. Open in 2007, made a deuce, and it was set up to play at 300 yards on that final day. This is all you want, Frank, in a par 3.
Yeah, it was the first 300-yard par 3 ever in a U.S. Open.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. And he's made it onto the green now. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
This for double bogey. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Here we are at the 9th, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. A long, straight hole runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what it used to be a par 5 is those nice little cross bunkers in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, safe to say he is not having his best day out here today. What kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway. Maybe knock a couple of putts in. And then let it add up in your direction.
You need to do it one at a time. So with that, they're at +4. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances. And the reason why is if you can sneak a driver that can catch the downslope, you can run all the way down, you can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate, you leave it hanging up on that hill. It plays a good 200 yards for your second. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
I'll tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Frank, it's only 379 yards, a par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really look pleasing to the eye. It looks like it moves out to the left, but that's exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out of the right rough. And back in 1994, this is where the playoff finished with Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knock.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go.
Well, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont is no cupcake. It measures in at 667 yards. Playing in the winds can really be demoralizing. You might hit a shot perfectly and airmail it by 20 yards.
Yeah, well, just because the first part of the round hasn't gone your way, you should still have a feel of the conditions by now. he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
And getting ready for the putt.
Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
Did the job right there.
All right, Frank, at the par 3 13th at 183 yards, what do you see here?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider, but the general slope of this green really makes you either hit to a specific section on the green or just try and keep the ball below the hole. It's always easy to putt uphill on fast greens.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
This is an 11-foot putt.
Oh, my goodness. How did he miss that?
And that's a bogey.
.14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Pretty good shot right there. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Well, how about this hole, Frank? 499-yard, par 4 15th. All you want.
Oh, that's for sure. The church pew's down the left. It's about 340 yards to get all the way past them, so that's not an option. Bunkers down the right side. Really, they tell you, you've got to somehow hit something in between both of those. And the reason why it's another fairway you want to hit is a long second shot. It's a little uphill to a green. Well, just like all the others, is going to take something special.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. It's a long way away.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Just 5 feet left.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey.
So not his best work.